Welcome to the Imaginative Storm Writing Prompt of the Week. I am Allegra Houston. My creative collaborator, James Nave, is on the road. He's in Asheville, North Carolina, and we just tried to record this with both of us, but his internet is not very good and it kept freezing and stumbling, and it just became too difficult. So I'm going to do this prompt for you on my own. So this is what we do every Saturday. It's been almost 2.5 years now. We meet with our writing group, to which you are invited. If you would like to come, just contact us or find the Zoom link in the footer at imaginativestorm.com and click on it at 10 o'clock Mountain Time any Saturday. You don't need to let us know in advance, but it would be nice if you do. Anyway, so this is what we do. We meet. Nave and I have chosen a writing prompt in advance. We put that up on the screen for 2 minutes while everyone generates a list of words or very short phrases inspired by that prompt. When I say inspired, in fact, it's really whatever words pop into your head. The words don't have to have anything to do with the image at all or anything to do with one another. It's just a list of random words for your imagination to start playing with. So here is the image for this week's prompt, and your 2 minutes will start now. After everyone has generated their own personal list of words, we go around the Zoom room and ask everyone to contribute one word or short phrase to a community list. And the nice thing about that is that we can all borrow from other people's imaginations and don't just have to rely on our own. We give these words, these phrases, as a gift to one another, really, gifts of all of our imaginations to share, and prompt further gifts for your imagination to give you when you write in the 10-minute writing time coming up soon. But before that, I will share today's community list with you. I think it's nice to actually write them down yourself. There's something that happens when words go in your ear and out your hand. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine. I will put the list up again during the 10-minute writing time. If you've done this prompt a few times and you haven't written out the words, try it. See if it makes any difference. Here is today's community list. Blew me miles, brick by brick. Framed blues clues. Soulful space, swamp song. Bricks absorb sound. I'm enough. Could have been there. Miles and miles, no glass to shatter. Blues, bricks, and mortar. Keyboardist MIA. long, tall, cool one, stovepipe, musical mountain man, spine on spine, storytelling singer. What's moving? Purple mood. Listen, smells like beer. Reframed, gilded joy. Who's the guitarist? Neon fragrance, red, white, and blues. Memories of smoky jazz clubs. Tomorrow's history. Does the frame make it art? Got it. Now you have two lists of words, your own and the community list, and it is time to write for 10 minutes. Sometimes when people haven't done this before with a timer, it feels like it's a lot of pressure to have a 10-minute timer. But in fact, we find that it relieves the pressure because it relieves the pressure to write well. Most of the time we're trying to write well, and we believe that trying to write well is one of the great enemies of actually writing well, because you get all tangled up with your judgments and your ambitions and your anxieties, and things stiffen up, and you start trying to write what you know, and then you're not exploring, you're just regurgitating, and it all gets kind of flat and stale. But when you're not trying to write well, and how can you possibly write well in 10 minutes? That's the point of the 10 minutes. It makes your rational mind think it's pointless to even try to write well, so it doesn't try. And that's a good thing. How can you possibly write well in 10 minutes? All you can do is explore and play. And that's where the interesting stuff comes. That's where the surprises come from, the originality, the freshness, those images and phrases that you've never written or thought or heard before. So we like to say it's a dance between the rational mind and the imagination, with the imagination being the partner that leads the dance. So as you write, your rational mind may start trying to make sense of things or think, oh, I should do this and I should do that. No, it needs to step back and be the follower and let your imagination take the lead. And who knows where your piece will end up. One piece that I heard this morning started off in a jazz club and ended up with this very interesting soup with garbanzo beans and cinnamon and cloves and celery and onions in it. You see how I remembered this soup. It was just so unexpected. And it was hilarious because this woman was talking about making it for her father, who was a meat and potatoes man. So that's the places that these kinds of things can lead you, a long way away from where the prompt image started us. So write fast, write slow, write long, write short, write coherent, write incoherent, write prose, write poetry, whatever comes to mind, whatever your imagination wants to do, that's fine. So here we go. Your 10 minutes will start now. An important part of the Imaginative Storm method is reading what you write aloud after you write it. You develop a different relationship with your writing when you animate it and you give it warmth and breath. You send it out into the world. The sound waves make patterns on the air. You're not so critical. You recognize your voice. You get a little pop of pleasure when you read some words that you like that you wrote. And that is one of the great ways of transforming your inner critic into your inner coach when you're not trying to write well and when you read your work aloud. So put me on pause now while you do that. There probably wasn't anyone to hear you when you read your work aloud. It's also nice to have someone to hear you. It works both ways. Reading your work aloud is a great editing tool because you do feel in your body what's authentic and what isn't, what pops and what doesn't. But if you would like to have an audience to read your work aloud to, as I said, please join us one Saturday. You'll always find the Zoom link in the footer at imaginativestorm.com. You can join our mailing list and you will get an email reminder on Saturday mornings as well. So before we go further, I want to credit the guitar player in that photograph. His name is Walter Parks. He is at walterparks.com. He's also an artist. He's an extraordinary musician. And that frame was his idea. I'm pretty sure that was a gig that he did during the pandemic. I'm trying to remember where I got the photograph, but I don't know. Maybe it was on his website. So we have a lot of other things on our website at imaginativestorm.com. The main thing that I want to tell you about is our book, Write What You Don't Know, 10 Steps to Writing with Confidence, Energy, and Flow. We polled our writing group to find out what were the top 3 things they wanted in their writing, and those were the 3. In fact, the Imaginative Storm method gives you all kinds of benefits beyond confidence, energy, and flow. It removes writer's block for good. As we said, it helps you transform your inner critic into your inner coach. You develop a strong relationship with the sound of your voice and with what your voice sounds like on the page. You find your writing voice. You write with authenticity. You write with emotional connection when you use this method. So please do check out our book on our website. And there is also an online self-paced course which we have on Teachable called Write What You Don't Know. You'll find that link on our website as well. So you might like to do those 10 sessions with us guiding you and also being available to you once a month live on a Zoom. Ask us anything. So we hope to see you on a Zoom. We also have a series of half-day standalone memoir workshops coming up starting in November. So check those out too. And one of these days we'll meet. Thank you.